Thank you. Next is Dr. Chantal Line Carpentier, Chief of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, the New York office of the Secretary General. We are honored to have you here and being one of the strongest supporters of ICSB at the United Nations. Dr. Chantal Line, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. All protocol observed. My name is Chantal Line Carpentier. What I would like to do today is to explain why UNCTAD recognized the power of MSMEs and entrepreneurs 25 years ago and support entrepreneurship since then in developing countries, because we do believe it is transformative. We take a 360 approach to supporting entrepreneurship. Drawing on entrepreneurship policy framework, UNCTAD builds the capacity of developing countries to design and implement an enabling environment for MSME and entrepreneurs, including formulating national entrepreneurship policies and optimizing regulatory environment, giving access to educations and skills, improving access to finance, facilitating access to technology innovation, and promoting information sharing and networking. And the reason we developed the framework is because government tended to take one piece at a time instead of putting it all together. We all know we need a full package. We further support through technical assistance, such as through implementation of online one-stop shop for business registration, especially for informal. We also directly support entrepreneurs MSME through our ImProtect and E-Trade for Women initiative that provide entrepreneurs training and mentoring and networking, and our E-Trade for All initiatives to prepare them for digital trade. In a nutshell, we recommend focusing on implementation of existing strategy and look at priority areas instead of restarting from zero, with strategies tailored to different types of entrepreneurs. And lastly, delegation of strategy implementation to agencies and institutions, including universities, who already have close ties with the private sectors, allowing the government to focus on coordination and on consistencies in their strategies, organization of trade fairs, and other things that they do so well. UNCTAD welcomed and supported ICSB in the adoption of hosting the International Day of MSME since the adoption of the day for these reasons. Now, Cassia, we do believe, I believe, need a revolution in entrepreneurship, though my boss may not all agree. And why is this? Because the entrepreneurs are our best ally to achieve an inclusive, resilient, and sustainable recovery and the SDGs. Small businesses remain the backbone of the economy, providing between 50 and 90% of employment in certain countries, especially developing countries. We need to help them, help us to recover better and to accelerate SDG progress. Indeed, the world was already off track to achieve the SDGs before the COVID pandemic. The compounding effect of climate change and the war in Ukraine have also exposed deep flaws in our economic system, which Ayman, you mentioned. Sharp inequalities, vulnerabilities, and environmental costs have caused many, including MSMEs, especially women and youth-owned, to be left behind. Thriving MSME is the only way to bridge the gap among the poorer communities and developing countries that is widening and becoming an abyss. At UNCTAD, we take the stance that in the face of these systemic flaws in our economic system, we cannot simply rebuild the same system or revert to the same business as usual policies and economic models of before. Instead, we need new economics for sustainable development that deliver for the SDGs. We need to raise MSME awareness of different business models, such as employee-owned companies, social enterprises, cooperatives, and mutuals, which increases inclusiveness, creating decent job and revenue for women, youth, and other groups, while providing affordable product and services, including in the care economy. In addition to job creation and economic growth, MSMEs are uniquely placed to provide innovative business ideas to address environmental and social challenges, especially for under-addressed SDGs, and in remote and low population density area where the big business don't go, such as access to nutritious and affordable food, healthcare, education, energy, and sanitation. Raising MSMEs awareness of and technical capacity to deploy frugal innovation and nature positive innovation, would help them adapt, repurpose existing technology and innovation, take advantage of expired patents and digital tools to provide affordable access to the most vulnerable in our communities through lower margin, higher volume business models. MSMEs are the heart of the creative economy, which harnesses the wealth of cultural heritage and tradition, as well as creative and digital skills for economic and social development, which lead to innovation. MSME can also play a pioneer role in developing circular, green, blue, nature-based economic models and eco-innovation, which could improve our environment. Lastly, because MSME are so used to being resource constrained, they are the best suited to deploy these frugal innovations that do better with less and to support circular processes that cut waste and pollution. However, MSMEs, to do all these and be the agent of transformation, they need support from academia, policymakers, and banks. And they need to be at the table when we design these programs and not be the agent that we talk about, but the agent with us, including in trade agreement. Being from UNCTAD, I got to say that. In partnership, we need to build their capacity and technical know-how while also providing a legal regulatory environment that allow them to thrive. We need to partner with incubators, accelerators, universities to increase knowledge creation and sharing, connect MSMEs with the myriad of programs. What we found during COVID-19, most of these programs that were put there by our government, MSMEs were not aware of them and therefore did not take advantage of them. Altogether, we can raise this awareness. We also need to increase the sharing of knowledge, which was already mentioned, while also giving them access to innovative financing. But also reform business education, my dear friends, and training to prepare entrepreneurs with the mindsets and skills needed for this purpose-driven entrepreneurship and to operate in a higher risk environment in developing countries. Final reflection, Mr. Chair, supporting MSME help us reduce inequality, use and waste less natural resources, decarbonize the economy, and make services and goods affordable to those left behind. It's a win-win way to spend stimulus money and create jobs. The investment is net positive. MSME can pay for itself by empowering them to take advantage of the $12 trillion in business opportunities associated with the SDGs. We can also increase the inclusiveness and impact by tailoring programs to women, youth-owned, minority, migrant entrepreneurs, and MSMEs. And yes, Iman, we are in with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chantal Line Carpentier. We appreciate your comments and support of ICSB. With that, we would like to recognize you with an ICSB gavel for this momentous occasion.